Okay, so now let us understand how MS Excel, Microsoft Excel is very much important for businesses and for education and different fraternity. Microsoft Excel is a Microsoft application tool, or you can say it is an application that is mainly used for calculation, mathematical calculation, arithmetic calculation, different type of analysis you can done. You can define macros with the help of MS Excel. It is a spreadsheet application which has specific rows and column. It has a tabular structure. It is a spreadsheet application in which you can add sheets. You can create number of sheets in one workbook as per the requirement. In a single sheet, it consists of different rows and columns, and cells are there. So wherever you want to add data, you can do it. You can delete it. You can remove it. There are multiple applications, or there are multiple features available in Excel. Are You can do summation, you can do product, subtraction, division. Then there are certain mathematical and logical functions available in Excel. Apart from that, you can create a tables, you can create a charts, you can create clip art from MS Excel. It is basically used for different type of systems like payroll, accounting, mathematical calculation, statistical analysis can be done with the help of MS Excel. Certain add-on features are there by which you can work, you can solve some statistical issues or some statistical problem with the help of MS Excel. The different features, the different features provided by Microsoft Excel are: you can create a hyperlink so that we can link one file to another file. For example, a particular data is available in one Excel sheet. So that sheet, if it is required, so you can hyperlink that sheet with another sheet or another group of file. Then the clip art facility is available where you can add certain images and also audio and video clips. You can create charts such as pie chart, bar chart, column chart, scatter chart. For example, you can display a chart showing a product selling more or less in a particular month, in a particular week, or for a particular year. Then you can find out the percentage of crop, you can say crop produce in India. Such type of charts can be systematically presented with the help of Microsoft Excel. The another feature is you can create a table with different fields. For example, name, age, address, gender, roll number of student can be created with the help of Microsoft table feature. And when you are going to create these tables, you can also add, you can fill these values in the table. So these then apart from that, there are n number of functions. For example, mathematical functions like add, subtraction, divide, multiply. Logical functions are there such as average, sum, mod, product, I mean to say product. Then and apart from this, images and backgrounds can be incorporated, can be added, and it can be it can be merged into the sheet. Macros can be defined for certain events. For example, small programs, for example, you can create a drop down list for in Microsoft Excel. You have a list, and if you want to select a particular item from that list, you can define uh, such type of, I have told you, drop down list also in Microsoft Excel. It is also acting as a database where you are going to store certain data in the sheet. You can do sorting and filtering, which is a very important feature available in Microsoft Excel. Data validation can be done with the help of Microsoft Excel. So by this data validation tool, we can help, it helps to improve consolidation of a particular data, of a particular information. So data validation nowadays very important. We have seen data warehousing, data mining. So validating or available data is very much important. So with the help of Microsoft Excel, we can surely validate data. Then grouping of a particular features, a particular for example, data can be done. So grouping feature helps us to group a particular data and ungroup a particular data available in the given sheet. So subtotals can be formed with the help of grouping and ungrouping. Then there is a page layout. themes, color, sheets, margin, size, background, break down a particular sheet, print, titles. These are some additional, you can say, these are required things which can be done with the help of Microsoft Excel. So now let's understand how Microsoft Sheet can be created and how we can insert a data and how we can work with that data. So now I'm opening a Excel sheet. Just focus on the just focus how I'm doing it. Okay. I hope it is now clear. I have gone to file. I have opened the Microsoft Excel book. Okay, so in this Excel book, again, the ribbon is there: file, home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, review, and view. This is a ribbon. Under this, you can see this is a formula bar. This is column A, column B, column C, column D. So this is the columns which are in a vertical manner, and these are the rows: A, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the rows available in Excel. You can create a multiple sheets in Excel. So sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4 also I can add, sheet 5, and number of sheets can be added. Here in home tab, you can see the clipboard is there, then font tab is there, alignment is there, number is there, styles are there, cells are there, editing is also possible. So now let us see how we can add or delete data and how we can play with the Microsoft Excel. So now I have created a data where serial number, name, division, roll number, and percentage of the student is added. Okay. See. So now let's go one by one. For example, if I'm going to select this data, I can change the font type. I can change the font size. I can change the color of the content or data. I can fill the cells with a particular color. Here I have done. I can present in a tabular format with a thick border. I have so the thick border is there. The inside fill color is there. The figures or content is with a particular different color. Then I have make it in a left align fashion. I have kept it in a left align fashion and also in a center align center. I have done center alignment. So left align, right align, center, middle align. So these are the things available these are the things available in the alignment tab. For example, now my my column H, where I have data such as percentage of student. The percentage of student is a big, you can say small, big statement. And because of this, the length of the column is quite big or more. So now I want to adjust the content. So what I have clicked on the wrap text where extra long text can be adjusted in a multiple line. Right now you can see the percentage of student is fitted in a particular space. Okay. Then there is a merge and center option is there. So for example, here I am writing good morning. Now I have now I want to merge these 4 or 5 cells. Then I can select these and I can do merge and center. So right now the data is merged and centered. You can see here in that general tab, there is a specific numbering pattern mentioned: general, number, currency, accounting. Numbers have numbers have a specific representation of a number. Currency also, accounting, short dates are there. So here, in a number, you can select a particular category and accordingly you can apply it to the apply it to the content. The next is styles. In the styles tab, conditional formatting, format as a table, cell styles, these are there. For example, if I want to highlight these cells with a particular cell style, so now this is cell is highlighted with red field color. This is green, this is neutral. I'm changing it continuously. Now this is italics, gray. So you can see the changes wherever I'm moving the cursor. You can see the changes in the selected cell. Okay. Okay. So now let's see how the conditional formatting works. Okay. So the column H is nothing but a percentage of the students. Okay. So now with the help of this conditional formatting, I want to highlight or I want to find out how many students they have secured more than 70%. So greater than, so greater than 70%, highlight the cell with blue color. Okay. Okay. Oh, I have to select the cell. Oh, extremely sorry. Greater than 70% with custom blue color. Immediately the cells are highlighted where the percentage are more than 70. More than. Now I'm trying to do less than 55 with light green field. Can you see now? Less than 55% with green field. So it is highlighted right now 50, 49, which is less than 55. So this is conditional formatting. If I want to remove the rules, whatever I have applied, I have to click here on the clear rule from the selected cell. So now I am selecting this again, clear rule. Okay, clear rule. You have to do this. Otherwise, the formula or something is applied on the selected cell. I mean to say some validation is done on a particular cell. Okay. So now again select this H column, another feature available in conditional formatting, data bars. Data bars are nothing but graphical representation or a representation of a percentage in a graphical manner, in a bar manner. For example, I am selecting this purple, this red data bars. So the 70%, 60%, 89%, they are highlighted or they are represented in a bar manner or in a particular diagrammatic fashion, which is very interesting and which is when we are going through such type of you can say sheets, such type of graphical representation, it gives immediate attention and uh, we can find out the information, we can come to some conclusion, we can take certain decision based on such type of graphical representation. Okay. Now I have already created a few additional column. I will explain you it one by one. Okay. So now we are moving to the next tab, that is formula tab. In formula tab, uh, financial formulas, logical formulas, text-based formulas, date and time related formulas, lookup and references, maths and trigonometry related functions, and additional more functions are mentioned. But right now we are focusing more on text and mathematical formula like sum, average, count, max, mean, etc. In the text formula, for example, in the word we have a uppercase, lowercase, sentence case. These things are available in Excel. It is not there, but how? But we can also edit the content with certain formula. For example, Amit. The name is written in a particular fashion. Now I want this name in a upper way, uppercase. Okay. So with the help of this formula, equal to upper, select the cell from which you want to edit the content, or you from which you want to modify the content. So the cell is B3. I have selected cell and close the bracket and enter. So now I can see the Amit is written in uppercase, and here when I'm dragging, the small black plus appears, which helps me to drag the formula across all the cells. The next is lowercase. Now we have seen uppercase. Here we are trying to make the content in a lowercase fashion. Again, see here, equal to lower and open the bracket, select the content, that is a B3, B column and third row, B3, and close the bracket and drag it. So now Amit, Anu, all the names are written in a lowercase. Now we have a habit of writing names in a proper case, or you can say sentence case, where first alphabet is capital and rest all alphabets are small. So here is the formula for proper, equal to proper, again open the bracket, select content, that is from B column and third row, B3, and close the bracket and enter. So now Amit, Anup, Lalit, all these are in a proper case. Okay. So this is about some text function. Apart from that, concatenate is one of the function which is used in order to join two strings. For example, at one column there are name, and in another column there are surname. I can concatenate that two strings and I can make it as a one string. So concatenate is used for joining two strings into one. Exact function is used to find out how many similar uh, strings are there in the uh, in the file or in the Excel workbook. For example, right now, exact text 1 to text 2. Okay, text 1, ANUP, P. Again, text 2, ANU, sorry, ANUP. Okay, so text 1 Anup and text 2 also Anup. Yes, it has mentioned true. Okay, so yes, it is there available. So now I want to count how many students are there from A division, how many students are there from B division. Okay, so how I'm going to do it? I'm going to home tab. I'm going to apply filter. Okay, through applying, after applying filter also, I can find out how many students are there from A division. I have selected A and said okay. So students from A division are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I am clearing the filter. Now I want to find out how many students are from B division. I have selected 1, 2, 3, 4. Since I have put filter on this column, so it is appearing, but I can find out, I can get the count of B also. Now let's go to the third. So in this way, by applying filter, we can get the relevant data only. Okay, by imposing filter. The next is applying sorting. For example, I want to sort names from A to Z. Okay, so I have selected data and I am trying to custom sort by column B, okay. So instead of column A, column B, my data has header. So now my head, okay, wait. Okay, so now I have selected entire table. I have gone to custom sort. In custom sort, I have selected my data has header. In this, I want to sort by name from A to Z. See, here Amit, Anup, Lalit, Anup. This is a sequence. When I'm sorting, you can find out the change. Now all A are in one line, then D, then L, M, N. So what I have done, I have done sorting, and it has maintained the sequence, and it has retained the figure across all the columns also. So this is sorting. We have seen filters also. Now, for example, I am just, so for example, I want to, okay, okay. I have gone to vegetable shop. I have purchased banana for 80 rupees, potatoes 60 rupees, onion 80, beetroot 100, drumstick 80. Now I want to do sum of all these uh, purchased vegetable and fruits. How I can do, I have to select this auto sum. Immediately my sum is reflected, that is rupees 400. I have to pay rupees 400 to the vegetable vendor. So this is a basic feature available in Excel. Auto sum, you can have auto sum, you can even average these, you can find out the average. I have find average is 133.33. Then I have counted the numbers. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I have to remove this. So the count is 5 for 5 fruits and vegetable. My sum is 400. So these are the basic features available in Excel. Apart from this, I can insert a new cell, I can delete, insert row, insert column, I can remove particular content from a cell, I can format. I have shown you row height, column width. For example, this is a row. I want to wait. I have selected row third and I'm trying to adjust the row height. I have made it as a 20. Can you see the difference? It is now little bit big, more. It, so now I am selecting third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth, and I am making it as a 30. Row height 30. So you can immediately see the difference. It is now quite spacey. So these things we can do with the help of Excel. Apart from this, now let's go to the very important feature of Excel. We can do summation, we can even multiply, we can subtract. Lot of things are there, and which is very important. When the data is too much and you can't do in a manual fashion, you can take a help of Excel, where data is represented in a systematic row and columnar manner. You can sort it, you can filter it wherever it is required. You can take the help of all these functions, and you can make your data presentable, and you can generate the reports from such type of Excel sheet. Now let's see how we can build a chart from the Excel. So in the insert tab, there is a chart, and out of this chart we are going to draw something from the shared data. So now I have names and percentage of student. So how I'm going to use column chart. I'm going to build, or I'm going to construct column chart with this data. So now you can see these 20 students are there in the x-axis and the percentage are there on y-axis. I can change the pattern of chart. I can change the color also. Can you see? I'm changing the color, so it is also reflecting. I've changed right now. Yes. So I can do a lot of changes here. Change color, change style. Even I can change layout also. The names are written in a different fashion. I hope you are getting this. Now when I'm there on charts, I will I'm just adding data labels. So my percentage are reflected on the top of the column chart. So 87, 67, 79. You can see the percentage also along with the columns. Okay. Format data series. I have reduced the gap width. So now it is, I can increase also, I can reduce also. Okay. So this is about column chart. Now I'm just deleting this chart, and let's try some other chart. Okay. Select again names and percentage. Go to insert. This is a pie chart. So add data labels. So student percentage are reflected here, and student names are also here. So these students, they have secured these percentage. We can see this. So this is very helpful. You can also change the background layout, pattern. Lot of things are available here. You can use such type of structure. You can, for example, which is very interesting and very helpful for us when we want to present a data to some higher authority. Maybe we want to project our presentation, we want to submit our report. We can take help of such type of charts to make the presentation better, to make the figures understandable, and to find out some solution from the available data also. So these are the things which are very important in Excel. Apart from this, there are different charts such as line chart also we can draw with the same data. For example, I'm taking now roll number, column and percentage. So roll number and percentage will be reflected with the help of line chart. Roll number and percentage. So for example, 11210 has secured 70 and so on. It is moving. I can again change the background style, anything which is lot of things are available. You have to do practice for getting the right type of, for selecting right type of chart. I hope this is clear. Apart from this, the page layout is there, background, so that you can create a background for your Excel. Then data uh, validation can be done here. Review tab is there, view tab. So all these tabs are very important. Review view tab is basically used for uh, referring normal view, page breakup view, page layout, and custom views. So if you want to take printout, some other options are there. For example, here page break view, page layout, and here normal. Right now we are always in normal, but if you want to take printout, you can go to the page break layout and you can select a particular sheet or particular area and we can give print. Okay, so I'm closing this page break preview and I'm coming back to my normal view. Now for example, if the number of rows are filled with big data, for example, I'm control B, but I don't but I can't see my first line. So I don't know what type of data is there. So here also I can take help of freeze pen command. Here select row 2, freeze pane is available in view. So you can freeze pane so that the rows and columns are visible while the rest of the worksheet can scroll up or down. So I'm freezing the pane and now you can see the difference. I hope you can see now. The row 2 is freezed while all the other rows they are moving. They are scrolling up. They are moving up. So now I can see lot of things are happening, but my first row is fixed. Okay. So freeze pen is very important parameter in Excel. Apart from that, review tab is there, which is used for spell check. Here thesaurus is there. You can do comment if something goes wrong, some total is incorrect, you can insert comment so that the person who is working on that can immediately work on the that you can say number. Then apart from formulas, we have seen there are logical, financial, text, date related formulas are there. Then the another very interesting thing is VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. It is very interesting basically. VLOOKUP is used in order to look up a value in a top row of a table or an array of a values and return the value in the same column from your from a particular row you specify. Okay, so VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP are usually used in companies for searching a particular data or for finding a particular data. Then there is another important concept which is known as a pivot table. Here you can see in insert at the left hand corner pivot table is there. So I'm just showing you the how it looks. It You have to select a range for which you want to build a pivot table. Pivot table is there in insert tab. Okay. Page layout is another important thing by which you can break the pages. You can set a particular background. You can set print tile. You can define the height and width of a particular column or rows, which is very useful. In the same tab, that is page layout, you can set the orientation, whether vertical or horizontal. Okay. So this is all about Microsoft Excel, and we have seen Microsoft Office suite, the important application in Microsoft Office such as Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. I hope you have understood. Along with this, we are going to see a certain shortcuts. I will be sharing those shortcuts, and you please try how we can use such type of shortcuts for making the work speed, for improving the speed accuracy of the operations. So thank you all, and we have done with the third session of Microsoft Office. suit. Thank you.